The class Archer excels at attacking enemies from a distance, capable of delivering swift and powerful attacks while moving quickly. Long-range weapons, such as bows and dual pistols, are both suitable choices for an archer. The cost of high damage is a fragile physique. Archers need to pay attention to their positioning and skillfully use abilities to evade damage. This way, they can create a favorable environment for optimal damage output. Passive, aim, normal attacks mark enemies, reducing their dexterity and increasing your hit and crit chance against them. Marks can stack up to 3 times, piercing arrows. Projectiles have an increased chance to pierce enemies. When an enemy is pierced by this skill, they will be marked. Active, tumbling shot. Roll forward to avoid enemy attacks while performing multiple normal attacks. The effects vary depending on whether ranged or melee weapons are used. This skill can be used to avoid damage or to move through enemies, inflicting high damage. Precision Barrage. Unleash a downpour of arrows that directly strikes surrounding enemies. Upon activation, this skill deals additional damage to surrounding enemies with 3 stacks of mark. Each arrow of the Precision Barrage inflicts a small area of effect attack, making it especially effective against tightly grouped enemies. Cloud Piercer Shot. Fire a devastating shot that pierces enemies, dealing high physical damage and knocking them back. Enhanced skills. Spera Sagittantis. Enter a clairvoyant state and apply 3 stacks of mark to all surrounding enemies while active. Increase movement speed and deal additional damage to targeted foes. True Shot Aura. Basic training and resistance conditioning grants bonus base stats and damage resistance. Due to the unique nature of the archer, most skills can only be used when equipped with a bow or crossbow. Currently, it is recommended for the archer to use a bow or crossbow as their primary weapon. Bows have a longer draw time, but a shorter recovery time, while crossbows have a shorter draw time, but a longer recovery time. Both weapons have a wide attack range, allowing you to deal continuous damage with basic attacks while maneuvering against the enemies. Additionally, some bows and crossbows can unleash special attacks like rain of arrows and rapid fire, which can greatly assist you in hit-and-run tactics. Mark. Normal attacks and piercing skills can mark enemies. Use Tumbling Shot at close range to instantly apply 3 stacks of mark to enemies, significantly reducing their dexterity. Spera Sagittantis. Upon activation, apply 3 stacks of mark to all surrounding enemies. This skill increases your movement speed and physical damage while enhancing your attacks with additional piercing damage. In addition, Precision Barrage unleashes a 2-stage damage, resulting in substantial damage output. Archer can combine with other 3 classes to develop into a new class. Combining with Aegis unlocks Bastion. Combining with Thief unlocks Ranger. Combining with Pyromancer unlocks Artillerist. That's it for the class Archer. More hacks and tricks to play such a class are expected to be discovered by you, our dearest players. Remember to pre-order Soul Knight Prequel.